Hey everyone, I'm Toby, and today we'll be taking a quick look at some of my favourite things about No Man's Sky. So with all of this talk about what's still missing, what we all want from the next update, and where we want the game to go, I actually think that we should take a step back and appreciate what already makes the game great as of 1.3. Okay, so number one, it looks absolutely gorgeous. And no, not in a Frostbite, Decima engine sort of hyper-realistic beautiful, but just a sheer, saturated, stylized, retro sci-fi beautiful that takes all of the 60s art designs and randomly generates these elaborate, funky, and extremely colourful vistas that are just not seen in other games that I can think of. You know, Star Citizen, for example, has an insane graphics engine, the CryEngine, and it produces incredibly photorealistic graphics, but No Man's Sky just proudly distances itself from that by going for colour, quirkiness, charm, and slight surrealism. It does all of this as well while still maintaining a strong graphical fidelity. I'm speaking from my experience with game design and 3D modeling and visual effects. Even stylized graphics do need a strong photorealistic base, and with the latest PS4 Pro and PC patches for high-res outputs and texture upgrades, No Man's Sky holds its own as it looks just as crisp and clean as some AAA games out there, while still managing to mark its own visual stamp at the same time. Number 2, base building. A feature that came later in the game's development cycle, base building gave players a greater sense of purpose within the game. We had a reason to explore and locate our perfect planet, a place to call home. Once planting our flag into the ground, we then had our own incentivized reason to explore our own galaxy and other galaxies in search of rarer resources in order to craft and develop our base into our own personal design. It gave us the tools to be more creative, and with Atlas Rises, it gave people reasons to travel and a place to meet up and share experiences. I spent a lot of my time in the game in creative mode saves, just making new bases and being as creative as I can. Over Christmas, my girlfriend and I made our own little space home on a snowy planet. It's a gaming experience that we got to share together on the sofa, despite the fact that, she doesn't even play games too much, but we got to sit together and talk through what we wanted and create our own little base that will forever be on this little planet. Number 3, exploration. Now, I know this is obviously quite a broad definition, but for a lot of players, including myself, this is what sets the game apart from others. Now, originally the exploration was a bit, there wasn't much to it, but they've improved a lot now and there's so much more to do and see in the game now. The exploration in No Man's Sky, it just calms me down, It's not a high-octane shooter that requires your brain to be on overdrive the whole time. It's not like a GTA open world where you can just be shot randomly from any turn from someone else, You can easily sit back, relax, take in all the beautiful aesthetics the game has to offer, finding cool and incredible sights as the sun sets in a vibrant, saturated pink glow, or discovering a herd of grazing diplos, to seeing a glass planet lighting up the darkness. These small unscripted experiences during exploration are what leave me with the addictive just one more feeling every time I take off in my ship. Number 4, soundtrack. Now, I feel like 65 Days of Static's score for this game kind of gets overlooked a lot, which is extremely unfortunate. I discovered these guys through No Man's Sky, and they've quickly become one of my all-time favourite instrumental artists. I love film and game music, and I've just had this huge Spotify playlist of it, and I pretty much filled it all up now with just their music. 65 Days of Static's music fits every mood and atmosphere within the game. With a perfectly crafted tone and stunningly well implemented procedurally generated placement, the synths immerse you in the experience so deeply and emotionally. I actually write a lot of my own music nowadays based off of their style, and I haven't used their music in this video for obvious copyright reasons, but please do go and listen to their full albums outside of the game as well if you can, because they're just geniuses and their music is absolutely incredible. And finally, number 5, photo mode. Now, this is actually what inspired me to make this video. I had multiple comments on my previous videos asking, what mods did you use in your screenshots? The truth is, none. Why? Because all of my screenshots are from base PS4. If you see my previous videos, you'll see I kind of do like a screenshot slideshow. And yeah, people thought that they were mods. They're just not. And this is something to really appreciate. I think a lot of people actually forget that the base game is good enough to produce exciting, varied and jaw-dropping planets, flora and fauna on its own, without the need for mods, as long as you're willing to look for it and spend the time searching. Sure, it does definitely need a huge boost in the variation for general day-to-day exploration, as I do agree the repetition in generation becomes quite obvious very quickly, and hopefully is improved upon in the future, However, that's not to say that by using photo mode with its large range of filters, vignette and depth of field options, you can't take some stunning in-game photos on vanilla No Man's Sky. This photo mode competes with Horizon Zero Dawn, which I think has the best photo mode on PS4, so in terms of quality of visuals for screenshots, that's a pretty damn good game to be competing against. And that's it guys, as I say, it's nice to appreciate the good things about the game as we're all getting caught up in the hype for the new update and take the time to enjoy the game still as it currently is. So what are your favourite features in the game at the moment, and what are you most excited to see come in the new update to improve on what is already there? Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you found this video enjoyable. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. The next couple of videos I'll be talking about kind of the future of the channel as I kind of approach 1,000 subs. Thank you so much for that, oh my god, thank you. And I'll be doing another top 5 looking forward into the future, my top 5 features that I want to see in the game as well. So with that guys, I'll leave you and I'll see you in the next video.